Hi, my name is Jerry and I collect 1970s toys, mainly toy soldiers, and that's what this video is all about. I'm doing a little series comparing what I believe was the two best toy soldier manufacturers back in the 1970s, at least in Europe, and that's of course Airfix and Matchbox. And now finally the time has come to do one of the most important sets, and that's of course the German Infantry. So why do I say important, you ask? Well, if you're gonna play war, you need two sides, and growing up in Europe in the 70s, of course, we were playing Germans against allies, at least most of us were. Most often I played the Brits, and then I needed a good enemy, and then the German infantry was good. There's some other ones like the paratroops and the mountain troops, but a base infantry set is so important. But then again, it was kind of fun to play the Germans as well. And my son, anytime we played war when he was smaller, and now we play war games, both board games with the figures or on the computer, he's always Germany. But anyhow, let's start comparing these two sets, and I'll first start with the boxes and then we'll go through the different figures. Matchbox first. I really like the box art on these boxes they made, but this one with the US or American infantry are my least favorite, I would say. This figure is fine. There's some other ones that look a lot cooler, like an officer or someone a little bit more more in the war spirit of it than just aiming and shooting. And there's something weird going on this side here with the soldier just kind of crawling up towards the machine gunner. He's not a loader or anything, and it just, the whole image is kind of cramped, I think. And then Airfix and my favorite style, the target box. And this is one of the best one Airfix made, I think. It's really neat to see the unit actually from behind, like you're part of the action moving up, and there's a lot of fighting going on up ahead. It's just a truly classic box. And if you're a few years older than me, you probably got the brown box, and this is really neat. There's actually a different artwork on it compared to the target box. But the theme is the same. You're part of the group moving forward into action, into the battle. It looks really, really good. Yeah, and for me, this is an easy one. There's no contest. Airfix just blows Matchbox out of the water with the box art on these. But anyways, let's have a look at the figures. First, I just figured I'd show you the whole set. So in Matchbox, you get 15 figures. You get 2 standing riflemen, 2 kneeling, 2 grenade throwing soldiers, 2 running soldiers, 1 flamethrower, 1 submachine gunner, 1 officer, 2 machine gunners, and 2 prone soldiers. Airfix gave you almost twice as many figures in a set with 29 soldiers, and out of that you get 4 grenade throwing soldiers, you get 6 running soldiers, you get 5 standing riflemen, 5 kneeling riflemen, you have 4 submachine gunners, 1 officer, and you actually got 2 machine gun crews. Let's start with some of the most important figures, at least to me, in a toy soldier set, and that's rifleman. And both sets has a kneeling and a standing rifleman. I think the Matchbox ones are really good as far as details go. I think they're a little bit crisper and clearer than on the Airfix. I don't know what you think, but there's a lot of little things that I think is kind of weird. I think the ammo pouches on the Matchbox figure is way too small. I think the rifle is too short, and I think the can on the back is also too small on the Matchbox one. And you can also tell that the pockets on the uniform there below the belt is in different positions on the uniform. I'm not sure which one is more correct. And as far as shooting position, I think the Airfix is just a little bit nicer, a little bit more dynamic and more fun. Kind of also for the kneeling ones, but maybe the Matchbox soldier has a little bit better of a firing position with his knee down on the ground like that. But the Airfix one just looks so good. So even though I like the Matchbox figures, I really got to give this one to Airfix. So 2 other figures I think is really important in a toy soldier set is a grenade throwing soldier and a submachine gunner. One of my pet peeves with grenade throwing soldiers is if they actually don't have their rifle. Both of these do. The Matchbox one is holding on to his, and the Airfix one has his slung on his back. So that's really, really neat. The difference here, though, is just as far as dynamic figure goes, and it's Airfix all the way. It's such a great figure, even though the Matchbox is fine. And now then, the submachine gunners. Can you spot the mistakes here? We all know this one. Someone actually in the comments gave me a direction towards the correct one, and it's not like an MP41 or different versions like that. It was some Hungarian submachine gun, and the key here is actually the foregrip. He actually linked to one that has a foregrip on it. I can't remember it now. I have to look it up later. And this one is some kind of other anomaly. That's not an MP40 or something like that either. Other than that, I'm not too fond of the Matchbox soldier almost like leaning back, whereas the Airfix is kind of moving forward a little bit, fighting recoil, and it just looks like it's such a great little figure. So again, even though Matchbox is really good, I give this one to Airfix again. Running soldiers, not my favorite, but at least the Matchbox one has a fixed bayonet, so you could play him either as charging or just reinforcing from the rear. The Matchbox one is a classic, very stoic figure, but you get 6 of them in a set. What the heck is going on with that? And you only get 2 in the Matchbox out of 15 though. But yeah, I give this one to Matchbox. Flamethrowing soldier, nondescript flamethrower. I don't think this is a German one. It's just like a toy soldier flamethrower. To me, totally useless figure. Matchbox like to put him in there. There's just so many other figures I could imagine having instead of a flamethrower. Prone soldier, not my favorite. But if you have a kneeling and you have a standing rifleman, I kind of like it if you get a few. Because like I keep going on about, I think this makes for a good little story thing where you're like maybe crawling up towards a better firing position. You get on your knees and start firing. Maybe you have to stand up to kind of move around and shoot or something. Or you're moving up, standing, shooting, and then you have to duck behind cover on your knees, and then you have to move out of the firing position crawling. So prone soldier, when you have 2 good riflemen, it's not bad. A very important figure in a toy soldier set, of course, is a machine gunner. You need some heavy guns, right? But unless it's like a Bren gun, you need a loader for it, and Airfix actually included a loader in this set, which is awesome. Matchbox kind of missed that in the 1/32 scale set. In the 1/76 scale set, there's actually a loader. So maybe they should have skipped this one, flamethrower soldier, and given us a loader for the machine gun instead. Both machine gunners are fine figures, but I think the Airfix one is just a tiny bit better. And then having a crew, it gives this one to Airfix. And finally, the officers. A little bit weird with this one though is that Matchbox usually included like 2 or 3 officers in their set. Even someone as high up as like Rommel or Montgomery, something like that, and then some high-ranking officer and an NCO. But for this set, there's just 1 officer. Airfix, on the other hand, as always, just 1 officer. But what an officer, huh? This is just so good. If someone ever would ask you, how would a good or a great toy soldier officer look? I think a lot of us would point to the German Infantry officer from Airfix. It's just fantastic. So dynamic, so cool, and compared to the Matchbox, you just got to give this 100% to Airfix. So now we've been through boxes and figures, and I'm really going to have to give this one to Airfix. It's just... it's kind of like a toy soldier defining set, the Airfix German Infantry, and Matchbox was just playing catch up, and they didn't catch up. And if you ever wanted like a toy soldier set to show someone what it should be like, I think this is the set. Also with, you know, being 29 figures, you get that army builder feel, and you get such great basic poses, except for the running figure, which is kind of a shame that you got so many of. I probably rather would have 4 running figures and a couple of prone figures, just like Matchbox did it. But yeah, you can't complain on almost perfection, right? But anyways, guys, this was fun. Catch you guys in another video. Cheers.